So, oh, that's why it didn't keep it because yeah, there was some error earlier. Anyway, hey, we're back and that's a different plan. I'm going to kiosk floor as built, and I have a proposed, but that's not on the half-inch scale. So here was the as built. Now, one thing I didn't add, which is what I need to add, is Tamale Kitchen. Nope, nope, this is Tamale Kiosk. Now we're watching the videos because
So this is
I need to put these
3-foot door, obviously,
pillars in.
and then we're going to. Well, this won't really be on the drawing, but maybe I should include it. All right. So if we go all the way across, all the way across is 30 feet 2 inches, and then
This is what I want come up here.
from this post to the wood back there, that's basically 23 feet.
Mhm.
Those are in the ground, I think. Although non-fixed seating is best. No, that's not in the ground. It's not connected.
Where in the hell did I get the? I could have sworn I.
Let's see here. So it's oh geez. So it's 5 feet from there. We're gonna bring the partition wall out here.
Okay. Huh. I could have sworn I got the dimensions from the pillar to the door. Unless I just took it as a still frame.
Okay.
Let's see. That's when I was trying to get the water heater. So I can actually get rid of that video. Don't need it. Okay, whatever. I'll get there. Delete. Okay, fine. Um, hmm. Okay, so we're coming up 5 feet.
So this is
And that looks to be about 5 feet.
3-foot door, obviously.
Honestly, yeah, that looks to be about 5 feet. And so we're going to have a partition wall coming from this corner out to here. And that's about 20 by 20. So let's go and do a 20 by 20. Nothing dark like that. 20 by 20. This is still the as-built. And then let's do a circle. And it's a little bit smaller, so let's just do a 18-inch diameter column. Make that solid. How do we put that in the middle? You draw a line down the center, which will give you a center snap. All right. And then if you want to draw an X in there, you do that, you do that, you highlight it, and then you just say 45 rotation, and now you have an X in the pillar. Now, that side of it looks almost like it's parallel to there. So let's go and put the snap kind of there and then push that out -5 feet. So that 3 foot door is not that far. So that's more like move it up 6 inches, still closer. Uh, Still closer. So that looks like it's barely 4 feet. That's -6. Let's call it 6. Okay, so which is kind of out of compliance because when a door opens out like this, um, there's no inside door. That's for sure. We're supposed to have 5 feet clearance out here. Um, and then that one is right where the water heater's at. And the water heater is in a shed right here. And that's 30, I'll say 30 by 30. And that column is going to be equal to this. So we highlight, copy, paste, snap it to the right side, put it even, and then we grab that and we just slide it straight across. And yeah, it's about halfway. Like that about. Okay. So we put a water heater in here because we do have to go to health, which means we need a water heater there. So that's more or less the as-built. That's going to be tough because we're supposed to have 5 feet clear. I'm going to have to go back there and remeasure because I don't think that's. Excuse me. My puppy dropped its toy. It's cute toy. Which one? Something else at the drop. You have to get it yourself. Okay. Now they can't really move those columns,
3 foot door,
but they may
obviously.
have to.
And then we're going
It's
to
holding up that, but they may have to scoot them back. I don't think
put
they're
this
in the
over
ground. They're
and
just
then
holding shit
drop.
up. So we're gonna have to scoot them. I may have to draw them 5 feet as built. Okay. Let my dog out. Hold on. He's whimpering to go out. Okay. This last video I was gonna put for the proposed floor plan. So what I'm gonna do is connect this to the midpoint there. I'm coming out -5 feet. And then I'll do the same thing, connect that to the side and just bring it out about there. Okay, that's going to enable me. Okay, so this is as built. And they're going to want to know certain dimensions, especially that one. That's going to be exactly 5 feet. They're going to want to know how far these are apart. Because what she's going to do is put a partition wall. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a partition wall around there. right around there. So maybe, huh, maybe on the partition wall, stop there and then go in. Okay, maybe go in there. Okay. Okay, so this, 4 foot for connection weapon. And then you need a minimum of 3 feet. Oh, that's not even 3 feet. That's fine. We're going to make this 2 inches leaner. So it's going to be 24. Change the snap to there, and then change this to 24. So it moves up here. Push that there. Push that to there. And now you have your 3 feet. Because you'll need 3 feet minimum for ADA. Okay, so this is against code because that's supposed to have a clearance. We're moving that out here. So, okay, so here's our as-built. Let's just say that this is basically our as-built. So now I'm going to go to the proposed floor plan, but I think this is on the wrong scale. Well, not only that, it's 1/4 inch scale. So while I'm here, grab the scope of work, grab these notes because these are health notes, and then we'll grab the finish schedule. So we'll copy all of that, come back over to we're gonna save this as we're gonna say proposed prop health version 2, and then we pass all this along. Okay, so let's move that over. One note at a time, we bring over there. Let's make that half size for now. It's a little big. We'll make it larger as we need to. Let's make these half size. Let's just change these here. Okay, so there is no bathroom, so we don't have anything electronically locked. There are no things over food prep areas. It's all drywall in there, I think. Let's look at the video. First video, which is inside. Is 16 feet across there. Yeah, see, it's drywall up there. You guys are hot holding well. 7'2" across here. Here's your 3 comp sink, and then your hand sink's right there. We got the hand sink, 3 comp, and then the hot holding wells 3. Yeah, it's almost like a sandwich prep table. They do have a stock pot range under the hood too. I'm gonna leave that off because that'll trigger industrial waste. I don't think they have a grease trap or anything there. All right, so we're now working on the proposed. And so It's not a change of use because it's already a takeout, so it's just gonna be a tenant improvement to add. Oh, let me find out how big this is. So you remember how we do square feet? Boom, 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 and then Alt C to close, and you've got 112 square feet. Okay. We're gonna call this kitchen. Divided by 200 equals 1. That's the occupancy for the kitchen, technically, even though there's 2 people in there. Okay. Then to put walls around this, let's just do a general. And go there to there to there, there, and close. That's 92 square feet. 92 square feet divided by 200 will still be kitchen area. Okay. So now what we're going to do is add partition wall. And how you do that is, I'm pretty sure this is already at 5 inches. Wall, 5 inches, yes. But you add a thing to it. And I'm going to come out from here. See how it's snapped wrong? We want to change the snap. Now it's snapping right. We're going to come out 5 feet 20 inches. So tab 5 feet 20, and that's right where that thing is. Enter. No, 270 straight down. And then now we have to change that again to be on the outside. So let's just say it's 36. 36 at 180. 36. And then come to there. Click there and then spin. And then just bring that probably like 7 feet, 7 feet. 6 feet, 5 inches, 7 inches, straight up. And that'll join there. Okay. Now I had made a 3-foot section here, so we can have a door. So we could technically remove this door. Oh, that's what we do to get away with. Okay. I just figured out how to trick it, because if we remove that door and then put the door out here, then we don't have a 5-foot clearance here. So, okay. That makes sense. So, it was at about 3 feet 6 inches. Let me move this here and bring it down negative 3 feet 6 inches. That's really where it was. It was just past the door. And then we move that to about there. So now, what that enables us to do is not have to move the pillars because now there's no door swing here, which means that could be compliant if it wants to be. But she wants room in here, so we're going to actually move the sink out here. That's going to change. Let's move that -6. Okay. So what can possibly happen? Pull that just a little bit. So now we can move that up 12, maybe 4 more. Good enough. And so now for an exterior door, you have to have 24 inches on this side and 18 inches clear on that side. We have it. Okay, let's dimension this door, which will be 3 feet. And that's all she really wanted was this to be inside. Water heater could still be outside. And what I'm going to do is dimension of that. Give a dimension here. We do want to have exterior dimensions. It's 5'4". 5'7.5". Okay, technically that's the proposed. 7 feet inside. Now, I need to figure out what's really in here. I don't know if they had any floor sinks or floor drains. I was trying to move too quick. So, for now, that is the proposed. These are new walls. I'll have to do an equipment schedule, which is not going to be much. And that's it. So I ended up with 45 videos out of 45. So thank you all for watching. And again, I'm looking forward to, wait, change this. This is now the proposed floor plan. But thank you for watching. Proposed ½ inch. Proposed drawings A4. Then I'll get the client information there. Windows are fixed and not openable except for the pass-through window. These have to be a certain size. They'll tell me during corrections. So I'm going to hit save, and that's it for now. So thanks for watching. This will be the official final upload because this is the first one I drew from scratch. I drew from scratch. Why am I looking over here? You're over here. Drew from scratch for you. Um, yeah, looking forward to having you guys on board, getting plans done so we can all make some money together. Peace. Switch to this screen.